The next time I tell you to write down the Hanging Gardens of Babylon, you write down the Hanging Gardens of Babylon.
Don't try offloading the blame onto me. I wasn't the one who swore on his mother's grave that Lloyd George played the banjo.
I was thinking of George Formby.
You spend too much time thinking of him.
Lloyd George, George Formby, it's an easy mistake to make.
Like putting down that Julius Caesar invented the bowler hat.
I was mixing him up with that other Roman emperor, what's his name, Caligula.
Caligula never invented the bowler hat. He was too busy being depraved.
Not Caligula, the other one who stuttered.
The point is, you're as much to blame as I am.
That's a very moot point indeed. Now, where is the best place to display this presentation basket of fruit? Not bad for second place.
We could have come first. A weekend in Bognor Regis.
Who wants to go to Bognor for the weekend?
I do. It's very select, is Bognor Regis.
Oh, this is much better. You know where you are with fruit. Now, where to put it?
Over the fireplace.
Everybody puts them there. I know, here, on top of the telly. Oh, it looks good. The colours offset the green baize of that snooker table very nicely.
Well, it's all right as long as there's snooker on, I suppose.
There's always snooker on.
Don't go changing channels, though, without... Sam!
What?
The telly. It was on when we came in. Did you leave it on?
Of course not. I wonder how... Oh, what's that terrible smell?
I thought it was you. You know what you're like after a packet of pork scratchings?
That smell's not the result of pork scratchings. It's coming from over here. Ah!
What's the matter? What is it?
There's something on the floor.
What?
It looks like...
What? Oh, it smells disgusting.
It smells better than it looks.
Oh, no, I must have... Oh, it's not human.
You can say that again.
Tell me I'm seeing things.
Of course you're seeing things. You always do when you open your eyes.
Those are animal droppings.
What sort of animal would drop things that size?
Don't say we've got mice.
Mice? More like bloody elephants, if you'll pardon my French.
As long as it's not both. They don't get on, you know, mice and elephants. What should we do?
Well, don't ask me.
I think we'd better call the police.
Tell them to bring gas masks and a JCB.
Go and check upstairs first. See if there's anyone lurking about up there.
I'm not doing that.
Why not? Surely you're not scared?
No, we live in a bungalow, remember?
Oh, I keep forgetting that. Well, check the bedroom then.
What would an elephant with chronic dysentery be doing in our bedroom?
I dread to think. Unless it's a burglar or a gang of burglars. Please be careful, Sam. Here, take this.
A rolled up copy of the Radio Times isn't going to afford me much protection.
It's better than nothing. Now promise me one thing. If there's more than one of them, you won't try to overpower them.
I'll try and control myself.
Good. A newspaper headline about Avago hero battered to death will be small compensation for me when I'm a widow.
I'll endeavour to avoid that state of affairs. No sign of anyone in there. Whoever was here has gone.
Did they take much? My jewellery? The Damien Hirst in the ensuite?
Not a thing as far as I can see.
What? Nothing?
Everything's just as we left it in there.
Well, everything's far from how we left it in here. Look at this. Biscuit crumbs on a plate.
Looks like chocolate hobnobs. You know what I think? Whoever broke in sat here and watched the snooker on the telly whilst eating our chocolate hobnobs. The filthy swine.
Well, at least they used a plate, which is more than you ever do. I keep telling you, use a plate, but you never listen. Crumbs everywhere.
This is no time for a nagging reminder about my eating habits.
I'm just saying. You'd better call the police.
No, you do it. You know I am with authority figures. They make me panic.
Oh, very well.
Tell them to send the flying squad, or better still, the waste disposal squad.
Hello, police station? Can you send someone round to number 19 Bulstrode Avenue? We've just got in from the quiz night to find... Pardon? At the Bat and Whistle, yes. No, we didn't win. We fell down on the 7 wonders of the ancient world. Yes. My husband said it was the Hanging Gardens of Babylon, but I thought he was pulling my leg.
That's right, blame me. Who was it thought Gilbert O'Sullivan played left back for Arsenal?
Yes, we came in a respectable second. A basket of fruit. That's what I thought. You can't go wrong with fruit, can you?
Are they sending someone round or what?
Anyway, to cut a long story short, Sergeant, when we arrived home, we found we'd had a break-in. No, that's the amazing thing. Nothing seems to have been taken at all. Hold on, I'll ask my husband. He says, is there much damage?
Tell him about that, over there.
Well, Inspector, there's a huge pile of what I can only describe as animal droppings on the lounge carpet.
And the telly was on, tell him.
Yes, animal droppings. Well, droppings from animals. Dung. Certainly. D-U-N-G. It's pronounced dung. Well, that's how I've always pronounced it.
Never mind that. Tell him about the state of the Axminster.
Well, Sergeant, however you say it, it's all over the Axminster. No, Axminster, not axe murderer. On the carpet, yes. Number 2s. Yes, there's big jobbies everywhere. No, not dead bodies. Oh, he's got a vivid imagination, this bloke. He seems to think we live in a bloodbath. Yes, you've got it now. Pardon? No, we don't have any pets. Well, a couple of goldfish, but it couldn't be them. They never leave their bowl. He wants to know how big they are.
They're about average size.
Eh?
Tell him they're not too big and not too small.
What does that mean?
They're goldfish size.
Not the gold... Oh, how big are the droppings?
Oh, they're enormous, tell him.
Hello? They're enormous. No, bigger than walnuts.
Much bigger than walnuts, bigger than pomegranates even.
Hold on. Would he say they're the size of cauliflowers or more like turnips?
What's he want to know that for?
Oh, red tape. He needs an accurate description for official purposes.
Tell him they're the exact size and colour of the cannonballs on display on the deck of HMS Victory.
I can't tell him that.
Why not?
He might never have been on HMS Victory. He'll have no idea what I'm talking about.
Well, ask him if he's ever been there.
Oh, excuse me, Sergeant, but my husband wants to know if you've ever been on board HMS Victory. Nelson's flagship, Battle of Trafalgar. That's the one. Oh. He says he's never been on HMS Victory, and what's that got to do with it?
Is he getting shirty because we're taxpayers, remind him?
I think it must be their busy night down the police station. I can hear someone playing a zither in the background. Have a listen to this. Nice, isn't it?
Explain to him that you're trying to make an analogy.
Hello? I think I should explain. I was attempting to provide an accurate comparison with cannonballs. No, not cannibals. No, there's no one cooked over a slow flame and eaten alive here. This is a respectable neighbourhood.
Perhaps you'd better stick to comparing it to vegetables.
Fair enough. So what shall I tell him? Are the droppings the size of cabbages or more like Swedes?
Don't mention Swedes, you'll only confuse him. He'll think you're talking about au pair girls.
Don't be silly. Who ever heard of animal droppings the size of au pair girls?
Just tell him they're about as big as a lettuce. Not a Webb's, a nice crisp iceberg.
Hello? We've decided the droppings are approximately the size of an iceberg. Pardon? Oh, right.
What did he say?
He said not to touch anything. He's sending someone over straight away.
Thank goodness for that. We haven't touched anything, have we?
Only this rolled-up copy of the Radio Times.
Give it here, I'd best put it back as it was. There. Oh, we don't want to go confusing their forensic experts. Poor dear.
That stick's starting to get to me.
Why are you talking like that?
I'm holding my nose.
Oh, good idea. I see what you mean about the cannonballs on HMS Victory. Except they were arranged in a sort of little pyramid. These things are all over the shop. Oh, I can't go on like this. It's hurting my nose.
Fair enough. If the cannonballs on HMS Victory had smelled like this, the Battle of Trafalgar would have been over in half the time.
You could be right.
The French would have surrendered after the first fusillade. Imagine one of those things flying through the air in your direction.
Oof, no thanks.
I'll have to write to the Admiralty about that. It might give them a few ideas.
Sam!
What?
Look out there! In the back garden! There's something on the lawn!
Oh, yes.
What on earth is it?
Well, I'm no expert, but at first glance I'd say it was a hippopotamus. Yes, definitely a hippopotamus.
Oh, well, that's a relief. I thought it was a burglar.
Oh, he is wearing a mask and a striped jumper.
Hey, there might be a gang of them. Can you see any other hippopotamuses?
Hippopotami.
Oh, this is no time to be pedantic.
I reckon he's our prime suspect.
Are you telling me that a rogue hippopotamus broke in here, watched the snooker on telly whilst eating our chocolate hobnobs, and then relieved himself in front of the hostess trolley?
That's about the size of it.
Right, well, I'm off to bed then. I'll leave you to sort it all out. Night-night.
Typical. What do you expect me to do? Oh my God, he's heading for my shed. Don't you dare go in there. Get your filthy paws off my work, mate.
I don't think hippopotamuses have paws.
Hippopotami.
Oh, what's he doing now?
He's making a getaway. On my bicycle.
I didn't think hippopotamuses could ride bicycles.
Hippopotami. How many more times?
Oh well, nothing we can do now. Fancy a nice cup of cocoa?
Yes, that'd be very nice, dear. It's been quite an evening.
Yes, who'd have thought it? Second prize in the pub quiz.
Yes, I still say we'd have been first if you'd have put down the Hanging Gardens of Babylon.
Oh, don't start that again, Sam. You and George Formby.
We all make mistakes.
Yes, but you make more than anyone else.
Don't start.
I wonder if there's any chocolate hobnobs left to go with the cocoa. Or perhaps you prefer one of our prize bananas.
Now you're talking.